Hello everyone, welcome to this new video lesson. Today we're gonna study about tag questions. Are you ready? So let's get started. First we will start with this conversation between those two old men. Their names are Jack and Fleck. It's a beautiful day, isn't it? Yes, lovely. But you aren't sure about this, or you want me to agree with you? Oh, Fleck, I said it's a beautiful day, isn't it? I use a question tag at the end of the sentence. A question tag? I've never heard of this before. Okay, I'll tell you. So, today we're gonna speak about question tags. And what is the meaning of a tag question? A tag question is a short question at the end of statements. As for example, it's windy today, isn't it? It's windy today, it's a sentence part, it's the main sentence. And we have at the end of the sentence or at the end of the statement, we have a tag question, isn't it? And how can we use the tag question? Let's see. We use the tag question when we aren't sure about something or when we want the other person to agree with us. So again, we use the question or the tag question when we aren't sure about something or we want the other person to agree with us. As for example, Cecilia dances beautifully, doesn't she? Cecilia dances beautifully is a sentence support, and at the end of the statement, we have a tag question, doesn't she? The form of question tags, first we have to know the rules in order to know the form. First, we have to use a negative tag after a positive sentence and a positive tag after a negative sentence. What do you mean by this? As for example, the earth is bigger than the moon. Here, the main sentence, the earth is bigger than the moon. We have here is. When we use the tag question, is here in the positive, so when we use the tag question, we put it in the negative. The earth is bigger than the moon, so we will say is it or isn't it? Yes, we say isn't it. The earth isn't, the next question, the next sentence, sorry, the earth isn't as big as the sun. Here, the earth isn't. The main sentence is in the negative. So we put the tag question in the positive. It will be is it? The earth isn't as big as the sun, is it? Rule number 2. Use the same auxiliary or modal verb as it is in the main sentence. What do you mean by this? First, we have to know how to form the tag question. Yes, we form the tag question by using auxiliary or modal verb of the sentence plus a personal pronoun in the same person as the subject. As for example, we will go out together. Here, the main sentence, we have the subject we and the modal verb well. Apostrophe LL is the abbreviation of well. So when we make the tag question, we put it in negative. Well will be want, and after that we put the personal pronoun in the same person as the subject. And the subject here, we. So it will be want we. The next sentence, Albert can't play the violin. Here, the main sentence, Albert can't play the violin. The subject here, Albert, which means he. And the modal verb can't in the negative. So in the tag question, we have to put it in positive. We will say can, not can't, and put the personal pronoun he. can he. Rule number 3, if the main sentence has no auxiliary, we use do or does or did. Yeah. As for example, Asian people like rice. Asian people like rice. Here the subject Asian people and the main verb like. Here we don't have auxiliary verbs, so we use do, does, or did. According to the verb here like is verb stem, so we use do and put it in negative, so it will be don't, and put the personal pronoun in the same person as the subject, so we put the subject or the personal pronoun here they. Asian people like rice, don't they? In the second sentence, she speaks Russian, doesn't she? The subject she, the verb speaks. We don't have auxiliary verb here. We have a main verb speaks, and this is verb plus s, so we use do, does, or did. Yeah, we use does. And put it in negative. Doesn't she? Doesn't she? Jack bought a new car last week. Jack bought a new car last week. What is the subject here? The subject Jack, which means he. And the main verb here, bought. Bought is in the past of buy. So we use do, does, or did. Yeah, great, we use did. And put it in negative, didn't. After that, we put the personal pronoun in the same person as the subject. Yes, didn't he? Great. Remember, we have some irregular tag questions, so please be careful. When I'm say I'm late, the question or the tag question will be aren't I? I'm late, aren't I? Let's go. Shall we? Let's go, shall we? Open the door. Open the door. Will you? Open the door. Will you? So now let's answer this exercise together. It's a match activity. We have the first column main sentence and the second column is question tag. Okay, let's start with she needs some help. She needs some help. This is the main sentence. And here we don't have auxiliary verb. We have the main verb here needs, verb plus s, so we will say do, does, or did. Yeah, great, does. Plus the personal pronoun she. So, and put does in negative. Don't forget to put does in negative. So we will say, doesn't she? Doesn't she? Yeah, that's great. Again, if the main sentence is positive, we put the question tag negative. And if the main sentence is negative, we put the question tag positive. Let's see. The second sentence. They are away for a week. They are away for a week. We have here, yeah, auxiliary verb are, and put it in negative, aren't, plus personal pronoun they. Aren't they? Yeah, great. I'm fine. I am fine. Let's see. Yeah, aren't I? I am fine. Aren't I? It's warm. Here the auxiliary verb is, put it in negative, isn't, plus personal pronoun it. Isn't it? Yeah, great. The second, after that, it wasn't your turn. It wasn't your turn. Here, the auxiliary verb wasn't, it's in negative, so we put it in positive. Was plus personal pronoun it. Was it? Yeah, great. There is a problem. Yeah, there is a problem. Here we have the auxiliary verb is, put it in negative, isn't, and the personal pronoun here there, isn't there. You're not serious. You're not serious. The auxiliary verb are, aren't, put it in positive, are you, plus personal pronoun you. Are you? Let's see. Yeah, great. Don't forget at the end of the question tag to put question mark. You often come here. You often come here. Yeah. We don't have auxiliary verb here, so we look at the verb come. It's verb stem, so we use do. And put it in negative, don't, plus personal pronoun you. Don't you? Great. You won't be late. You won't be late. We have here modal verb want. Negative. So we put it in positive, well, plus personal pronoun you. Will you? That's a great. Let's practice together another exercise. Yeah, are you ready? Lunch was delicious. Lunch was delicious. The main sentence, lunch was delicious. So we have here, yeah, the auxiliary verb was, and put it in negative, wasn't, and lunch means, yes, eat. So wasn't it? Great. Spring break is next week. Spring break is next week. This is the main sentence, and we have the auxiliary verb is, put it in negative. Yeah, great, isn't. And spring break here means it. So isn't it? Great. Class finished quickly. Class finished quickly. Here we don't have auxiliary verb. We have the verb, the main verb finished in the past. So we have to choose between do, does, or did. In the past we choose did. So did, and put it in negative, didn't eat. Another exercise. Complete each sentence with a question tag. It is a nice day. The main sentence, it is a nice day. The auxiliary verb here is, put it in negative, isn't, plus personal pronoun it, isn't it? Yeah, great. You're not English. Here, the auxiliary verb are, not, it's in negative, so we'll put the question in positive. So we will say are, plus personal pronoun you. Are you? And as I said before, the personal pronoun, we use it in the same person as the subject of the main sentence. He doesn't eat meat. Yeah, the auxiliary verb here doesn't, in negative, put it in positive, does, plus personal pronoun he. Does he? Great. You can swim. You can swim. The main sentence here we have a modal verb can in positive, put it in negative, can't, plus personal pronoun you. Can't you? So that's everything for today. Thank you for watching. Stay safe and keep practicing. Have a good day, my dear students. Question tags are fun to learn, aren't they? Thank you. Thanks so much for attention. Goodbye.